you're on, Chloe. I didn't see you then, hon. I know you said you were going to be on tonight. I know you were on today. But Chloe came for a massage today and we were just, and bought me lovely some champagne. Thank you so much. You've left your mask if you are on, Chloe. And we were talking about just like tightness in the upper shoulder, sort of in the shoulder joint itself. And sometimes you can overextend initially. So just, if you find that that feels too much in the beginning, just always take it into that short lever. Yeah, so just warm up the joints. If you've been sat at a computer all day, it's likely that the upper tracts are getting really lengthened and a little bit weak. So, and relax. So again, on the other side, so just that short lever first helps mobilise, and you're not jarring your arm as well. And 4, or if you feel you've got that full flexion, then you can do this one, but go nice and slow and really think about the intent and why you're doing it. So just keeping that joint nice and mobile. Feel like a child, I keep going 4 more sleeps to holiday. And take a big breath in as we go up. Exhale into a big bend. And so my Monday class got away with lots of lunges today. And 3 more. 2. And 1. And relax. Well done. Okay, come into your warrior pose. And we're just going to just gently lengthen that leg. So they're both lengthened. And then we're just going to bend that knee. If when you bend, knee comes over the toes, take yourself into a bigger stance. Yep. And bring your arms into it. So again, just into that soft abduction of the shoulder area. You can take it all the way up, but only if it feels comfortable. There you go. And for 4. And for 3. And for 2. And for 1. And then if you can, into side bend. And 2. And 3. And 4. And 4. We're on time today, weren't we? A couple of minutes early. 2. And 1. And then into the circle. So you're getting that lovely stretch through the inner thigh. Yeah, and also just mobilising through the shoulder. I was saying when one of your toes is out of action, it's amazing how actually it affects your centre of balance. 2. 1. And then just reach into warrior pose. Nice strong stance. Push that outside of the foot into the mat. And then into a side bend over to get a lateral stretch. Take a breath in. And again. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Draw the tummy in gently up. Take that front leg straight now and take the gaze up towards the ceiling. Take a breath in. So the payoff, because I've got poly toe, not as much stood up tonight, but that means we might have to do quite a bit of abdominal work. Not that I'm going on holiday on Friday or anything. And then take the hips backwards, chin to chest. And gently just let the head drop. And you can just gently sway forward and back. Just feel how it changes the stretch when you go into the ball of the foot, into the heel. And then as you come into the heel, just bring the toes away from the Always keep the heel down though. And again, just stretching a little bit through the bottom of the foot. And relax. Take your arms out wide. Draw the tummy in. And gently come up to centre. And slowly back. Okay, let's go into the other side. So lots of nice stretches for the inner thigh area. So again, nice straight legs. And we're just going to take your arms down and then reach in. So you're feeling, you want to feel a little bit of a stretch through the groin area, through the adductor. And again, but watch the front knee isn't going over the toes. 1, take it into side bend. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and so we've got a pregnant lady on, haven't we, darling? Who's getting well along now, so definitely 3rd trimester. So lots of nice mobilising for the lovely baby. And 2, and 1, and then take it over. Let's do a stretch first. Take it in. 3 more. In through the nose. Last one. And gently up. Just take the gaze. So all warrior pose. Obviously getting this nice lengthening through the inner thighs, but just getting that endurance in the legs. Lots and lots of strength in the legs. So important. As long as you stretch afterwards. And then just gently take it up. Last one. And gently back in, nice and slowly. Okay, let's take it. We're going to keep out of 1st and 2nd position tonight, just because, yeah, just I don't want to exacerbate any kind of nervy feelings down the legs, which can happen, particularly if you sat a lot. You can pinch the sciatic nerve and obviously pregnancy as well. So we're just going to keep everything in parallel. So we'll keep the shoulders down and we're just going to come up and lower. So this is alright because it's kind of just on the little, sponge bit before you get to the toes. And again, you can bring your toes towards you as you come back down. Yeah, so actually that obviously works more the front of the shin where the tibialis muscle is. And you get a bit more of a stretch through the back of the leg as you come down into the floor. And then into abduction. So again, if you just want to do your arms, sorry guys, it is if you just want to do your arms and your calves are super tight, you can just do your arm action. 2, and we're going to take it into that Morecambe and Wise. And again, so just keeping that mobility through internal rotation. Shoulder can do an awful lot. So we want to try and keep the joint moving as much as we can, not keep it too static, which happens, like I say, when you sat for a long time, the muscles become a little bit weak, a little bit lengthened. And again, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Okay, let's do 3 roll downs. So feet in parallel, navel towards the spine. Just gently come back. Remember what I said about if you're prone to sciatica, as soon as you feel the hamstrings start to just tighten a bit, stop. It's not about getting to the floor, it's your own practice. So mine are not bad today because I did a few stretches earlier. So the floor feels alright today. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes the palms go down, no problem. That's too much tonight. Take a breath in. Draw the navel in and gently come back up. fasciitis. The plantar I've talked about before. If you don't suffer from it, then that's fine. But this is pretty useful for everyone because, in my experience, it comes just like that. So if you are up in your, if you've not got a ball, guys, sorry. If you have got one, please get it and just do this while I'm chatting. If not, just listen to a little bit of a tutorial. So yeah, if you start running, the cast will get super tight. You'll start coming down into the Achilles tendon. The tendon will then bleed into the heel bone, into the plantar underneath the foot, and if you have it, it is painful as anything. Generally, when you massage someone, you find that their calves are super tight. So just either get a ball, start rolling on the ball. Do this as a matter of course anyway, even if you don't have plantar fasciitis. Or if you get like a water bottle, just not like a big one, just a normal water bottle, put it in the freezer till it gets obviously frozen and then roll underneath. So today Chloe's got it a bit. I know Vic's husband has had it and still has a little bit, and mother-in-law. So I think it's funny calling Teresa mother-in-law. So some people get it mainly kind of there, other people get it there, other people get it internally, it's all over. It's a big long piece of fascia. So just for those of you that maybe haven't been rolling, just be mindful, yeah? And same again, you want to do lots of calf stretches and lots of Achilles stretches like downward dog. Okay, end of the lesson. All right, let's just take it into a little bit of movement. Just to keep our core strong, start getting some strength. So we're not doing lunges tonight, mainly because it hurts my foot. So we're just going to take it down. It's not a hip class, guys, so we're just taking it nice and slow. 8 to one side, and back, and 5. Stick that bum out to the wall, and 4. Try and get the hips nice and low. 3. 2, they both bend. 1, let's go in the other direction. 8, 7, 6. I like to always do a little bit of strength. 4, 3, 2, keep the core engaged. 1, let's do it both sort of alternate, sorry. Down, back. Down, back, and 2, good, and 3. Now what I would say is if you're getting a little bit out of breath doing this, maybe you need to up a little bit of not cardio, but a little bit of walking intensely. And 2, good. And 1, and relax. Well done. Take one foot in front of the other. Again, really good for the hamstrings, chin to chest. Take the hips backwards into the IT band, run a stretch. Take it down towards the floor. And again, notice. So if I'm honest, I can force this down to the floor, but I don't want to. That is a 3 to 4. On a 1 to 10 of discomfort. So take a breath in. Last one, breath in. Slowly start peeling the spine back up. So for some people, this gets into the lower back limb as well as the hamstrings. So again, go easy. It shouldn't be a painful stretch. Take the hips backwards, chin to chest, keep coming back, and gently down. Again, feeling that lovely stretch. So on this side, my left leg, as you know, is never as tight in the hamstring calf area. So I can always go that bit further. Last one, breath in, slowly restart. It's not a competition. It's nice to see sometimes when people are super flexible, but honestly, is not a good thing as well. Okay, let's do IT again. So we're just going to do a little bit of a stretch. We're going to really push the hips in one direction. As we come over into that side bend, take a breath in. And again. Last one. The other direction. And again, stretching laterally. Breath in. Again. Last two. Last one. And slowly up. And then just come back to a prayer position. So just because I want to keep everything soft tonight, normally we talk about head legs on the hips when we're doing a rotation, but just let the hips come with you for a change. And back to centre. Just to get a gentle rotation. And back, keep the core engaged. And again. And then both arms draw. Back in and the other way. And again. And just for those people that are a little bit tight, we were talking about this as well in Chloe today. Lots of people are tight through the pectoral wall, near the clavicle. There's lots of muscles insert here. Yeah, so your bicep tendon area. So just pull, just see, do you feel tight? And out, and again. So we're going to get down and we're going to do, well, we're just going to do some balance work first, just checking the time, guys. Just take it out, elbows back of the midline as we take it out, back in and go. And two more. I'm just going to show Serena and anyone else who doesn't want to be on wrist, cat to cow stood up. So just for this one, just take one arm down, and I just want you to do a gentle nerve glide. Now I want you to go really super easy and just gently start taking that hand backwards. Release it, don't take it too far to start with. And again. And can you feel, sometimes you're lucky if you can. It does help. Yeah, so just like a nerve glide. And back. When I sometimes first start doing this, it's quite intense. And then once I've done a few, it releases. And good. So it's a little bit like the sciatic nerve when it runs down the arm. So again. And release. Well done. Just a few little circles. Okay, let's just do a little bit more strength. Grab your, I think I'll be alright in this one. God, my toe looks ugly. Just take the shoulders down, draw the core in. You can, if you want, put your hands on your hips, just to make sure that you're nice and steady. And we're just going to do a kind of like a semi-bent knee. Lift up and lower. Lift 2 and lower. Lift 3 and lower. 4. Lots of strength work. 4, 3, 2, 1. Circle, circle, circle back. 3, 2, 1. To the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3. You can take hands out. 2. Hold it again. Good. To the back. Get into the abdomen. Extension. Point the foot. Draw the tummy in. Tailbone under a little bit. Lift. Lift. 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Can we grab hold of it? If we can, just to take it into that quadricep stretch, or into dancer's pose if you want to give yourself a little bit more of a challenge. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Take that back leg, straighten the front leg, chin to chest, just gently fold. We've done a couple of hamstring stretches, so you might just get a right at the top of the hamstrings. And bend the knee and gently restep back up. Nice and slow. Well done. Let's come on to the other side. Yeah, that's right. Got what we're doing there. Okay, shoulders down. And just lift our arms out, whichever you feel gives you the most balance. Hold on if you need to. So strengthen particularly through the quadricep muscles, helping support that knee. Hold it up, hold. Good, really good for any standing works, good for pregnancy and particularly good for osteoporosis as well. Draw the tummy in. I know we don't like to think of ourselves as getting older. 3, 4, but it's inevitable. 4, 3, 2. I was telling Chloe today, did you hear the announcement the other day? They're talking about over 50s, all over 50s having to shield. What the heck? I'm going to write to Boris. And draw the tummy in. I didn't make you hold that one, don't worry. Lift, lift, tuck the tailbone a little bit. 4, 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. And I think it must mean if you've got an underlying condition, mustn't it? Can you imagine it? It's half the bloody workforce. And hold. And relax that front leg you've been stood on. Just take it into that hamstring, chin to chest, hips backwards. Gently down to the floor, letting the head hang. Guys, I've just sent an email out. It's only about a page, promise, but it's mainly for, most people have got back to my other email about whether they want Zoom, whether they want Zoom and a live, whether they just want lives, but it's just a timetable really, so just so you can let me know if you want the same Zoom links, what night if you're coming back to class or day you would prefer, and I'll try and make it happen. Alright, so yeah, that's what I was going to show you. So if you don't want to be down on your wrist, if you do and you know cat to cow, get straight down and start doing your lovely movement through the spine. Otherwise, you can do it stood up. So take the hips backwards, just gently start rolling. And when you get to about the knees, stick the bum out so you're into that extension. And start rounding. And again. And start rounding. I'm just looking at myself through the... Just to let you know, guys, that if you're a bit unsure, if you see yourself in the mirror, bum up and round, yeah? So stick your bum up and round. Stick your bum and round. You can round all the way up. Come back down. Stick out. All the way. So there's no reason to avoid cat to cow if you are worried about any wrist issues, yeah, lymphedema, or just some people, you know, lovely Sue who's been hit this morning, broke a wrist, and back. Obviously, as soon as you can start working on your wrist again, you want to do, because obviously, like on ankle joints, you want to load the bone and increase that bone density. So obviously, if you're on the mat, you know what your cat to cow is, guys. Rounding and release. Well done. Alright, so a bit down, a bit longer than I thought actually. So what I thought we'd do is some bridge work. If you've got a ball, then please take the ball, place it between your inner thighs. If you haven't, you might have a cushion or a yoga block. It's difficult when you're not in the studio, guys, to do props. So you can do a little bit of, you know, kind of pushing, so you work in the inner thigh muscles. If you haven't got anything, just really feel that you are keeping them legs in alignment and you're not letting them fall out to the side. So I've got the ball, so I'm going to use the ball because I find that gives me the most connection. So I want you to just lengthen through the chest. When running through the collarbones. We're going to see where our head is. My head sometimes tends to want to do that. I feel that it shortens a bit because I have problems with my neck. So I have to really think about giving myself almost like a little chin nod. Occasionally, particularly if I'm doing abdominal work, I might just place a nice small block underneath my head that gives me that little bit of length. With bridge, ordinarily, unless someone really is kind of flatter, you should really have a block. So that lovely length, walk the fingers down. Yeah, so we're going to really, because I'm away for a couple of weeks, in case you didn't know. So if you want to just check about bridge, and this video is going to be on YouTube. So what we always want to do with the bridge position is start in neutral, walk the feet a little bit close to the bum. Take a breath in through the nose. And very gently, I'll move my arms, your arms are usually by your side, but just to show you, I'm gently articulating, centering my lower back onto the mat, tipping that imaginary drink on the tummy into my belly button, and I'm gently coming up, articulating through, and I'm bringing my hips nice and high. Now, like I say, if you don't have a ball, men particularly, no disrespect, tend to start doing this. Yeah, so you want the legs in alignment. Navel towards the spine, hips nice and level. Okay. First position, bridge is really the most primary purpose of bridge is mobility of the spine. Healthy spine, healthy body. So we're going to do two. We're going to take a breath in. And we're going to gently start rolling our spine, bone by bone. Close your eyes. We want the brain to remember these movements all the way, moving through imprint and gently back to neutral. Okay, let's go again. We'll walk the shoulders down, they've hiked up a little bit, take a breath in. Exhale, gently roll the lower back into the mat and start lifting. Try not to over squeeze the glutes on the way up, you shouldn't need them. You might need them once you're here. Take a breath in and gently start rolling. So when we do some supine abdominal work, Vic, I'm going to turn you over and get you to do some plank at some point. Not plank, but 4-point kneeling. And again, breath in. Gently roll the lower back into the mat. So you can, if you're worried about osteoporosis or you've been told you've got in the spine and you don't come all the way up, just keep the rib cage on the floor. Yeah. If not, then you can come up, take the heels away, gently drop and lift. Gently drop for 2, gently drop for 3, for 4, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, hold it, pulse in, for 2, for 3, for 4, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. We're going to combine it, we're going to drop, lift, in, out, drop, lift, in, out, drop, lift. And again, we've got 4 more, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. And gently bring it down. Okie dokie. Alright, so we've got a choice now. Just take your ball or just your arms backwards. Take a breath in. Exhale, start sending chin towards the chest, arms up towards the chest, ribs down, and roll yourself up. Okay, so we're going to do some roll-ups. Vic, I want you to do half roll-up, not full down. Okay. So we're going to sit like this. We're going to find the bony bits in our bum that are that much less bony after Christmas. And we're just going to hold the ball in one hand. So we can all do this together, and then I'll take you into a full roll-up if you want to do it. So we're just going to gently go down and back. Really important. So Joe, this is a good one. I'm just going to put this under. I've only got one mat, guys, so it's a bit thinny on my sit bones, or coccyx area actually. So if you do when you're rolling, if it feels a bit burning on your coccyx, just put something soft there. Yeah, Joe, this is a good one as well for Jade. So when you're pregnant, you want to try and work the transverse abdominis muscles. And half ones are fine. Ones on your elbows, but really in the third trimester we don't want to be lying supine. And again, 8, 7, 6, 5. If it gets too much, just come down and do a couple of these moves here to compromise your, it's not a HIIT class this, it's a Pilates class, supposed to make you feel better. And again, 3, 2, and 1. And just gently forward and up. Okay, so take the ball away if you've got one. And just come into half roll back. Hold it. Draw that baby in if you've got a baby inside, or just draw your navel to spine in. Gently back up. And again, that's the beauty about Pilates. You can modify things. People down if you want to come the whole way. Over, take a breath in. Chin to chest. Gently up. Restart back up. And again. Exhale. I'm tired, I can feel it's not quite as lovely. I'm feeling like I'm just using a bit of momentum today. So I might just put this. Remember, if you've got your ball, it's sometimes nice to have it underneath the scapula, creating that little bit of extension, a little bit more movement, allows you to just move that little bit. Or you can go to your half roll back, which is a lot more about endurance of the abdominal muscles. This is much more about mobility as well as core, obviously. Restack, take it down. Or for those hardcore people out there, you can take it into your single leg. Raise, lower down. Going. I've got to finish at 10 past, guys. Apologies. I've got to go down to my mummies. Let's do 6 more. 6 new classes are going. I think it says 45 on the timetable. 50 guys just per minute for cleaning and things. So I'm just doing a bit more consistency. And one more. And release. Well done. So Vic, if you want, everyone, you can either come on elbows, like this, side to side, just to get any uncomfortableness in that lower back out. I mean, yeah, the ideal world, they talk about, because of the being a cave, that you don't want to be lying supine for long, but I think the reality is that many pregnant women just fall asleep on the night and end up being on the back anyway. But yeah, safety. And oh, obviously, this one. Oh, beautiful. And again. And well done. So we're going to all work together on this one. There shouldn't be any. If, like I said, there is any discomfort in the wrist, then just feel free to just not do it, just rest into child's pose or something. But we want to try and work the obliques, everybody. So I'm just going to take you into prep position. A lot of people struggle with side plank. I love it. There is a lot of strength work needed in the shoulder, and that's why I'm not going to take you into full one unless you really want to. So the big thing is that you want to maintain this gap between ear and shoulder. You don't want to be depressing it. Yeah? So draw the tummy in and just keep the hips facing forward. Lift that bottom waist up and just see if you can lift up. If you don't want to, you can Otherwise, just try and hold it for, I'll tell you when 40 seconds is up. If you want to come into full plank, you can, like this. But again, quite a lot of strength is needed in the shoulder area for that. So quiet. I wish you could talk to me, guys. I do miss you all. That's 30 seconds gone. And back. Well done. So we do want to keep the shoulder girdle strong. Pull it in. As long as you do your stretches afterwards. And don't take it too quick, too soon. And then take that arm behind your back and just pull so that we're stretching out that muscle that has just been working super hard through the shoulder, through the levator area. Take your chin down a little bit if you want to increase that stretch. It's a little bit much for me, that one. And gently up and just circle it a bit. Yeah, can you hear that? Mine's cracking. And just gently out and just retract and retract and retract and then take it up and just push. So yeah, shoulder area is incredibly complicated joint. When everything lifts, I'm going to do another course on it actually. So sometimes Chloe and I were talking about, like she said, she used to be able to get into prayer and now she can't. Just try, don't force it, just see how far. Just start with the hands behind the back. Like that, just for that internal, pull the shoulder blades back, that might be enough and you get a stretch through the pectoral wall, or can you take the hands together and pull, again, pull the shoulders back so you're really stretching out. And it'll show you how tight you may be in the front. Don't worry if you can't do that. A lot of people can't, it's just that internal, external rotation that Morecambe and Wise hopefully will help. Okie dokie, let's go on to other side, Okay, so you don't want the elbow in front of the shoulder. Likewise, you don't want it behind, so it's directly underneath. The elbow is directly underneath. Yeah, and you don't want to be doing that, closing that gap. She will hurt the shoulder. So press down, use your forearm, use that strength, lift up, draw the navel in. You can just do some of this movement, really nice. You're getting a little bit of strength still, or come up into that prep position, lift up, or into full, either stat. If you want to go crazy, you can do a bit of this. And just lift, or take it up. I like to sometimes bring your arms slightly backwards, so you're getting a nice stretch. Hold. By all means, send me a barrage of insults after this. I don't teach side plank often on Zoom because it can go wrong. I like to leave it for the studio, but it is a really important move. Works the TA muscles wonderfully. And 5 more to go. 5, 3, and 1. Well done. And now the nice bit. Okay, so straight into deltoid stretch. Just pull it across, stretching that shoulder area. Well done. Take that hand behind the back and just have a little stretch through again. The levator scap muscles, the SCM, all them little pesky neck muscles. So if you're feeling all these stretches and everything feels a bit tight, it just shows you that there's not enough hours in a day to stretch as much as you should be. If you this side. Just notice, guys, when you were circling, have a little listen, try and be in tune with your body. My right side, no clicks at all. Left side, massively. Yeah? So, which one did I forget? I forgot something. Oh yeah, a little bit of protraction, retraction. And again, just to stop them pesky little nervy feelings in the upper traps near the shoulder blade. Yeah, if you injure your shoulder or your neck, you will start getting back, but it is a long road. There's loads of muscles inserted into that scap area, so try and keep everything moving as much as you can. Okie dokie, and we just seem to be sat in a position to do side work. So, we might not even get over into plank. So again, let's just start let's start with a little bit of not clamp, so we're not flicking over, we're not coming over into external rotation. We're going to keep, can you see how I'm going to keep my leg on a right angle? Okay, it's not externally rotating. I'm taking it down to the floor. You can lay down if you want, lifting that bottom waist up. This t-shirt's a bit baggy, guys, but you can see it's about 20 years old, this t-shirt. That's the beauty of Zoom, you don't have to put your best clothes on. And lift, and lower, lift, and lower. So we're working the glutes. And 3, and 4, and 4, and 3. If you're watching this later on YouTube, I might, you know, YouTube always finishes after about 50 minutes. So, yeah, whatever I do, guys, don't leave yourself just having done one leg, just turn over and do the other, just reverse, not reverse, what do you call it, rewind it back. And 2, and hold it up, lengthen out, in and lower. For 2, for 3, keep them hips forward, keep the core engaged, keep the waist lifted, everything should be nice and still and stable. And again, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, just stay single, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. Give it a nice little rub. Just give yourself a little bit of time. Okay, well done. And then just lengthen that top leg, lift the bottom waist up, flex the foot, and just lift and lower, lift and lower, lift for 3, lift for 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, point the foot, bring it down, lift for 8, and for 7. I think you're all going to be basking, typical Joe. I'm glad though, guys. I think you're all going to be basking in the heat wave this next 10 days. And 2, and 1, flex, pulse, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whoa. Give it a nice little rub. We're going to take it on to our front. And actually, we're going to just come up into kneeling position. So remember which leg you've lifted and lowered. I'm going to just do some work on it. So we're just going to take it into, I should have probably done the other side anyway, it doesn't matter. Take it into that hip flexor stretch. So you take the leg back a bit. Just hold it into a nice stretch. And then come back up. Tuck your tailbone under, yeah? Keep it under. Reach up and over. Good. And then straighten that front leg. Take the hips backwards. Reach forward. I'm going to do this on the other side as well. And then we'll finish with doing pigeon. So just feel that stretch. Oh. And just notice you carry more tightness through the posterior leg, the hamstrings, the calves, or the hips. I'm very much the back. And restack back up. Well done. The other side. So, always try and do quads, hip flexors, and then hamstrings together, and then you won't forget. So again, just take it into that deep. Can you see how that back leg's on an angle? Yeah? So you're feeling it's not directly underneath just yet. So feel that stretch. I think I was lifting my right leg, wasn't I? Yeah. School Lara. And backwards. I should have probably done the other side first, shouldn't I, guys? I don't know, I forgot. And again, feel that stretch. Yeah, I can tell I've been working this one. And then gently up, and then just into parallel. So just normal kneeling position. Tuck the tailbone under, yeah? Tuck it under. So imagine if you were on the floor, you'd be spilling the drinks into the belly button. Reach up, take it over. And release. Well done. Come back now. Place the right leg underneath. I'm pretty sure I cued right, guys. Apologies if I didn't. So whichever leg you worked before, work the other one now. So we want that right angle position. We're not externally rotating, we're just lifting and lowering. Lift the bottom waist up, and we're going to lift, drop even, and lift. Drop for 2, drop for 3, and for 4, and for 4, and for 3, and for 2, and for 1, and again, 8, 7, loads of people are on holiday this week. 4, 3. So my case is packed, just about. The boys are all packed, obviously by moi. The hubby will be literally like the lastminute.com. 2. Take it out, in, back, lower, lift, out. 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can we do weight more? Come on, we're nearly there. We've literally got stretches. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So if you enjoyed tonight's session, guys, tune in on YouTube next week and it will be waiting for you. Okay, just bring that knee in, tuck it under, and just rest yourself down. Do not rush your stretches. You usually stay in for about 30 seconds, but there's nothing wrong with repeating, 3 or 4 times, guys, particularly if you're tired, through the butt area, the piriformis, into that kind of, the main glute max, into the hamstrings. And again, just feel that stretch. And gently onto the other side. And again, just rest down. And release. Well done. And last but not least, guys, because I know some of you are working at computers all day, we need to, because we're in that position all the time, we need to start lengthening the pectoral wall that becomes shortened and strengthening these trap muscles that become lengthened and long and weak. So we're just going to do a little bit of our movement through that. So take the Vic, this might not feel comfortable now, babe, on the baby. So just go into your lovely child's pose and cat stretches now, darling. Okay. Push the pubic bone down into the mat, draw the tummy in, slide the shoulders back and down, that really nice posture, and just gently lift up. Just hold it, keep drawing that baby, I've got baby on the brain. Keep drawing that navel in, hold, length through the crown of the head, reach your hands down, so you strengthen it, and then just lift your arms up a bit, and then take them out to crucifix. Reach your middle fingers long. Back in. Lower back down, little windscreen wipe. Yeah, let's go again. Push the pubic bone down. Draw the shoulder blades back. Reach up again. Neck nice and long. Keep drawing that navel in towards the spine. Lift your arms up a bit. Reach the fingers long. Take it into crucifix. Hold. Back in, lower back down. Again, windscreen wipe. Last one, let's take it into egos. Push the pubic bone down, draw the tummy in, slide the shoulders back. Reach your arms long. Take the left arm out to shoulder height. Hold it, reach it. Middle finger to wall. Gently back. The right arm out. Hold, reach. Both together. And then bring it in. See if you can clasp the hands. If you can't, don't worry. Try and create that stretch through the pecs into that bicep tendon area, which I know a lot of you are